All right, guys, it's time for the Stupid Game Awards. Couldn't come up with a better name. If you come up with one, let us know. We'll use it for next year. So we got a few awards to give out that are, just messing around, not so serious. Some of them are serious, like this first one. Let's start things out right, Wes. Our awards for our favorite new retro game. So this doesn't have to be a continuation of a series. It could just be a new game that has a retro style, or it could be like a new version of a retro game. What was your pick, Wes?
I picked Rugrats.
Now this is
It's
a brand new game.
see, this is where I kind of was thrown because limited run. I love them and hate them. Put out a NES version of this game. I always thought because I was kind of a late adopter to the NES because I went with the Sega route. So I thought Rugrats existed back then. I thought it was like they just kind of brought this game back, kind of like what they did with Felix the Cat. And it came out on Xbox, and it's graphically it's super impressive. Play super smooth, but you can switch between the new graphics and the old 8-bit graphics. So, like I said, I was a little thrown when you said, no, this is a brand new game.
It is, but it's based on like its retro roots are there. Like it is inspired by that. They wanted to make the game as if they would have made it when Rugrats was relevant. That's why it is the way that it is, and that's why you're giving it the award. I'm assuming.
That's yes, because it was good. It's very impressive. Hard. That is definitely a hard game. It's it's hard.
It's mostly a platformer, right?
It is a platformer.
Hell yeah. I picked it up. I got to check it out still. Haven't had any time to do that one yet, but that's on my list of things to play.
Very impressive.
My pick. I already mentioned it earlier. Obviously, I mentioned a lot of stuff that I played. Asteroids Recharged. Shout out, real quick, Yars Recharged, which is like a Yars Revenge remake. Very, very good also. But Asteroids is my heart. Like, I love Asteroids so much. I don't know why. Can't explain it to you. I just do. And Recharged was such a great version, man. So I cannot recommend it enough. I think I got it for like $5 on sale or something, Wes. It's so good. If you
Yeah,
like Asteroids, it's worth it.
you keep talking about Asteroids Recharge. I might have to go download this.
Look, it's still before we're recording this before Christmas. This is going to come out in January. It's just like
Mhm.
a week before Christmas. It's probably still on sale. Go check it out. Next award, best mobile game. What do you got for us, Wes?
I'm not a big mobile game person, but everybody kept coaxing me to download this game, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. But they're like, you have to download it. You like superheroes? You
You
would
do
love
like
this game.
superheroes.
I do like superheroes. Uh, so I downloaded Marvel Snap begrudgingly, and
Marvel
I'm
Snap.
Marvel Snap,
Okay.
and I'm hooked. It's a card game. It's a card battle game. It's really good.
Was I'm sorry. Was this the new one? Because I thought the new one was Marvel Rivals. Are you playing
Marvel
Rival?
No, I'm playing Marvel Snap.
You
Marvel
okay?
Rivals it just came out, which is
Right.
more of a I don't like a Overwatch type of game.
Oh, okay. So what is Snap? I'm sorry. I thought I read. I know what you were picking,
Mhm.
but I didn't realize it was. I thought it was Rivals the entire time. So go ahead and tell me about Snap. I'm sorry.
No, Rivals is a console game.
What?
Hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's for damn sure. I thought that was a mobile game also.
Yeah, I actually downloaded it for PS5. I just haven't started playing it yet.
Okay.
It's very Overwatch, but Marvel Snap is a card based battle game. It's
Okay.
like each hero or villain has a card, and you play your card, and it has its power, and the card, like the character, has their powers, like as they do in the comics. So, like if you play a Magneto card, Magneto pulls cards to his side of the board.
That's cool.
Spider Man, he swings. You play a Spider Man card, he will swing. He will lift up and swing to another area, but then he will spin his web and pull another card along with him. So
Okay.
there's each character card does what their character attributes are. It's good, man. I'm so hooked on it. I didn't think I would like it because I don't like card battle games. I was never big like a Pokemon player or Yu-Gi-Oh player or a Magic player, but this has got me.
That's
This
cool,
has
man.
got me.
I'm not too big into card games either, but the one that I think would appeal to me the most because it's based off of poker is Balatro. And I did not play that this year, but I may have to check that out. Have you heard about Balatro?
Mm-mm.
It was nominated for Game of the Year, the Game Awards, and many other sites. But I haven't played it. But it is based off poker. If you like poker, something to check out if you need another mobile game to be addicted to. But it's also on consoles as well.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Like I said, that's. I'm not a big, mobile game player. I use my phone to watch movies and TV and stuff, but no, this has got me. Has got my attention. But I know you're not a big mobile game player.
No, not doing this, Wes. No, thank you.
That's
We can move
okay.
on to the next topic.
You got it. You got it.
Best game to play with a kid. I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to talk about it briefly here as well. Super Lucky's Tale is very, very, very good. There are some problems. It's not perfect. Let me be very clear. Also, it's not a perfect game. There's some minor things with it. You just have to get used to some of the controls. Some of the mini games are kind of But the best way I could describe it is it feels like a Nintendo 64 game, and it's a fantastic game to play with someone younger. My daughter was asking me to play that game every day, like to the point where she wasn't, asking for anything else. Every morning she woke up, let's play Lucky. Lucky, where's Lucky? This game came out years ago. It's on Xbox, PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much on everything.
But isn't this like the main character like a little squirrel or fox or something?
It's a fox. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now I can picture the game in my head. I got you.
Yeah, it's they're collecting different things. It's a
Mm-hmm.
platformer. It feel
Yep.
that's exactly what it is. The mini games could be very challenging for a child. Just so you know, like the mini games they start out very easy and they get progressively harder, but they're not
Mm-hmm.
mandatory either. Like you could just skip past them if you want to. But I did nearly 100% not only the game, but there was DLC. I did almost everything in this game, and I can't remember the last few things. But I was like annoyed. I was like, I'm not doing these last few things. I don't feel like it, and I gave up.
Hmm.
But definitely recommend that game, especially if you're playing with a kid. Any picks for you for game to play with a kid, Wes?
No, my kids are grown, so I have
Makes
no
sense.
idea.
Makes sense. People might start asking questions like, "Why are you playing games with kids, man? Your kids are grown up." Next up, best sequel or spiritual successor that basically did the same thing but 1,000 times better. This award goes to Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. It's Breath of the Wild 7.0. They just advanced the game like 7 times ahead of what Breath of the Wild was, and it's fantastic. I can't recommend that game enough.
Eventually, I'll get around to it. I guess when I retire.
You don't have to spend 100. I'm just obsessive. You don't have to spend 150 hours, Wes. You can probably spend like 40 hours, something like that. A lot more manageable if you look at it that way.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad.
Best game with a laser sword. It's still Halo 2. I don't know what to tell you, people. There might as well not be another game with laser sword. It's not a Star Wars game. It's Halo 2.
I don't know. I don't
What?
know, man. I don't know. I might have to. Okay, we have to give a runner up to Jedi Survivor
It's
because you
very
get
good. It's
because you
not
get
Halo
that,
2, Wes.
but you get that double edged lightsaber.
Oh
What?
yeah, that's cool. That is cool.
Okay, all right. So runner up will be Jedi Survivor. There you go.
Did I use? No, I did use the double edge. You're talking about like the one that's like Darth Maul, right? Like two
Yeah.
sided. Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I used that one quite a bit, but by the time the one I used the most was the one from what is it called? The sequel trilogy? No, what's after the sequel trilogy? I don't even know. 789,
Mm-hmm.
where he has that one that has like looks like an upside down cross. I don't know what it's called. It has
Oh yeah, that
that's the sword,
Kylo Ren sword. That
super powerful one.
but it was slow.
I used it, man. That was my number one. That was like that and the regular, uh, just the regular ass
Lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Okay.
And the one I used the least was that one that split apart. That thing sucked, man. I hated that thing. Stupid. The dual wield. But all right, I'll give you that shout out, Wes.
Okay. All right.
Award for being the most faithful to the source material. I already mentioned this earlier. Indiana Jones. Wes, the game is an Indiana Jones movie. It's an Indiana Jones movie in a game form. Troy Baker sounds just like Harrison Ford.
That's what I hear.
I'm waiting for this dude to slip up at any point. Like, he's not, bro. He sounds, I can't get, I'm like, man. Because every time he talks, I'm just like, seeing, like, okay, is he going to sound like Troy Baker? Is he going to do something different? Dude sounds like Harrison Ford all day. It's impressive.
I mean, Troy Baker is very talented. Very talented. Because he also did Joel from The Last of Us.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
So he is really talented. So I'm not surprised he pulled off Harrison Ford.
But he sounds just like him though. Like he could act like Indiana Jones, and that's one thing. But the dude sounds like Harrison Ford. It's very impressive. The story is like an Indiana Jones story. It's like they made a brand new Indiana Jones movie that's stuck between, I don't know, what it would have been like 1 and 2 or something like that.
Between Raiders and Temple of Doom.
Maybe it was 2 and 3. It was something like that. I don't freaking remember. But it's like a movie was just stuck in between those. Dude, it feels like Indiana Jones. The things that happen are like an Indiana Jones movie. Just superb work. That's all I could say. And I'm not done the game yet, to be fair, just so you guys know. I'm probably like, well, to my point earlier, I spend way too much time. I'm still in the Vatican, which is like early on in the game, but I'm probably like 20 hours in the game, Wes. I'm like,
oh wow, okay,
maybe not 20. That might be exaggerating a little bit. I would say 10 to 15, somewhere around there. But I'm getting everything. Like, I'm looking for as much stuff as I possibly can before I move on, you know?
Okay, so you are doing a lot of exploring, not just kind of running through it.
Yeah, you could absolutely main path it. There's a very clear, hey, this is the main path, and here's the 40 other things you can do in this area. Next, we have the game we were compelled to complete, despite indifference. I don't know yours, but mine was the Pathless. I already mentioned it earlier. I'm not going to really get into it anymore. That game, it was fine. It was a fine game, Wes. What was your pick?
You know what? I picked Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark, the new one, the 2024 release.
The 2024 one, okay. Yeah, that got not great reviews.
You know what? It was big budget. It had David Harbour in it, from Stranger Things, as like the main character.
He's awesome.
He is. The voice acting was good. It just, I don't know, it didn't grab me like I really wanted it to. And I've played the previous versions of Alone in the Dark, and I enjoyed them. But this one was, it wasn't bad. It was fine. But it was like, I was like invested in it, so I just kind of trudged through it.
Hey, I do that sometimes. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to beat this game. Like the Pathless, right? I'm going to do this. It's going to happen. All right, guys, our last award. The best PC game of 2024.